And we're back for Money Monday at Parx, as always. Track is fast. It's a wagering guide week. This week we have the big Midsummer Classic, the $1 Million Plus Haskell Stakes. So there'll be a wagering guide this weekend. You can get that once it's up and available, along with the smart sheets from Monmouth Park on Saturday at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. Also today, you'll get some free picks today at Finger Lakes. There's a link in the description below. Kindly use that. You'll see right there, Finger Lakes. Fast track, only 6 scratches. Georgie's Ladies. Sounds like he's a lucky guy right there. Well, maybe not, but best bet to get going in race number 1. Use the link in the description below. Also, in the link in the description below, there is a link to today's smart sheets. You can get them along with the explanation on how to use them in the description on YouTube. Kindly use that. And wherever you're watching, whether it's on X or you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, the like button. Any interactivity, including comments, really boosts our search engine scores. So when other folks are looking for horse racing content, they might find Terry and I. All right, Terry, well, we're off the weekend. We're back to work. And how are we starting?
Okay, well, in this first race, we're going to go at 6 furlongs, a maiden claiming race, $25,000 claiming price. First, $26,000 for maiden fillies, 3-year-olds.
Yes, and for 6 furlongs, profile of the winner. I think we have a couple of races to start the card with this, so keep that in mind as you make your double picks. Early speed wins. 35% of the time it wins on the lead. The inside 3 is the best place to be. 4 through 7 a discount. 8 now also discounted, but not as tough as post positions 4 through 7. As I mentioned, we have our smart sheets. We do 1,000 simulations, Terry, to see which horses, particularly at tracks where speed matters, that have a great chance to get to the lead. You can see here one that looks a lot faster than the rest.
That's right. That 8 has the most speed compared to everybody else. Actually, double the speed. The closest one, the 4. Oh, there you go.
Yes, and the only yes horse in the race is the one Instant Vision, meaning it's the only horse so far that has put on its resume a speed figure of 74 or more. You see that right back here at Parx, hitting 75. Otherwise, a few others have come close within 4 points here, 3 points too. We also see most everybody except that one, Terry, is a no or a maybe. That opens up the door for first-time starters, that being the 5 horse right there, 2.62 points out of 3. We generally look for first-time starters versus no's and maybes with a 2.5 score or better. So Weekend Honor is there. Also, Tiggy Thunder, second race up in its career. It, with normal second race improvement, can run a speed figure up to 85. Terry, a lot of first-time starters in here. I mean, a lot of horses looking for their first win, excuse me. Which one might get the best trip?
Well, it appears to me like that 8's going to be the most comfortable, followed up by the 4 and then the 2.
Yeah, so in comfort zone, we take a look at the early pace, compare that to the horse's best performances, measure that out. Here we see a combination that wins a lot, Terry. First call leader with the strongest C-zone, Lone E. That 8 horse could be a menace for everybody if it gets out on the lead alone. Only horse to show any improvement in the last race was the 2. Terry, in the opener, who are you taking?
All right. Well, I'm going to start out with the 7. Tiggy Thunder. She ran second in her only race. She has the highest last speed rating. And I like the 1, Instant Vision. That's finished in 3 races out of her last 4 starts. Drops in class today. The Rel Pulse winning 21% clip. And she likes the distance. Edge of the Blade. The 2 is my third choice. Finished 3rd versus similar in her last race. She has a high percentage winning trainer. And then the 5, Weekend Honor, is a first-time starter whose dam has 2 winners from 2 starters, and her breeding suits today's sprint distance. The very first Don Johnson Miami Vice pick 4. I'm going to use 1, 2, 4, 5, 7 with the 1, 2, 4, 5 with the 1, 2, 4, 5. Oops, that's not right. It's 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm going to finish up with a 6 for $50.
Yeah, I'm going to start with the 7, Tiggy Thunder. Right now, the 1 is the prohibitive favorite with the money so far at Parx. But I think any second race improvement for the 7, Tiggy Thunder, and it is a wrap. Instant Vision is our simulation favorite. As we pointed out, the only yes horse in the field. 2 things going for it right there. Number 5, Weekend Honor. I mentioned that's that your first-time starter versus a bunch of no's and maybes. Except for the 1 horse and the 7 horse with the second race par ability. You got to have them. And then finally, number 8, She's Justified, does have that very likely pace setter status. And the top C zone, seen way too many of those win. 1578, 24, 1256, 456. That's my pick 4, along with the trifecta box for 50 cents to get cracking. 1, 5, 7, and 8. Race number 2, our friend Don Johnson likes to see the daily doubles. So, Terry, we got to make our way through race number 2 pretty quickly. What are the conditions in this 6 furlonger?
It's claiming race, $10,000 claiming price, purse $26,000 for 3-year-olds and upward, which have not won a race since April 14th. Claiming races for $8,000 or less not considered, of which have never won 4 races.
Yes, and as we pointed out, 6 furlongs does favor speed. The inside 3 have the edge over the rest. Terry, in race number 2, do we catch any horses with inside speed?
Well, it looks to me like, I missed. Okay, looks to me like, the 1 shows a lot of speed, followed by that 2.
Hello, Sharflight. How are you? We started our podcast on YouTube channel, Kiss for Luck. We have a weekly handicapping show Thursday and Friday evening. Please tune in, be a guest. All right, fantastic. We'd be happy to be a guest. Hit that like button for free. You can reach out to me at GTSRichB on Gmail, or you can DM me on Twitter at HRTRich. Either one of those will do. As for the horses that hit yes in here, a whole bunch of them, Terry, have shown they can do it. But there's a standout, a maybe horse with a chance to hit par today.
That's right. It got 33% chance today to either equal or exceed the par speed number of 88.
Yes, indeed. Michael Irvin. I don't know, probably plenty of other great 88s. Looking here at the pace setup, Terry, most of these horses want to be middle back. That could favor the 1. That is a chance to be your pace setter. We've seen those type of horses go wire to wire on the track. But if anybody's going to get a great trip, it looks like 2 of them are going to get better trips than the rest.
Yeah, that 5 and the 2. The 5 is really close to the 100% mark, and the 2 is at 75%, which is 50. We like to see anything above 50% threshold.
Yeah, both PC types too. So we also see those 2 making their way into our top total pace horses. More than 7 out of 10 times the winner comes out of that group. Terry, I also look for big breaks. You see a huge break between the 6 and the 3. So this race looks like it's between the 1, the 2, the 4, and the 5. Who do you think's taking the second race?
Well, I like the number 2, Neufdorf. Won 3 races out of the last 5 starts, which is high percentage winning jockey, has a high percentage winning trainer. I like 4, Jewels of the Bay. Likes Parx Racing, been in the money 46% of the time, winning 14% of the start. And he's finished in the money 50% of the time at today's distance, winning 30% of the starts. Number 5, Eagle Man, has a highest speed figure at today's distance and best dirt speed is fast among starters. And my long shot is Poppy's Pride, the 1. He has the highest last speed rating. The rail post winning 21% clip. His early running style will help his chances, and the shorter distance can help. Has a good workout on July 3rd. Second, Miami Vice, pick 4, 1, 2, 4, 5 with the 1, 2, 5, 6 with the 5, 6 with the 3, 4, 7, $48 ticket.
I'm going to start with the 2-horse Neudorf. I think that's my grandmother's maiden name. It's actually Neudorfer. So if you add an ER, it's in the family tree. But the resume says a bounce-back race is very likely after a bad race last out. Jewels in the Bay, that one's got Paco Lopez today, riding Jewels in the Bay. I'm the simulation favorite. Some early speed and a cutback in distance be helpful today. Number 5, Eagle Man is the top C-zone horse. Highly consistent performer and catching a little bit of a weight break today. Finally, number 1, Poppy's Pride. Could be the lone E. Third start after layoff, cuts back in distance. My pick 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, and 6, 4, 5, and 6 with the 3, 4, 6, and 7, like Terry, putting $48 to work. Race number 1 is about to get going as the day of work for those at Parx about to get started. When the show is over at horseracingtoday.net, you will find a race replay. All of the races will be timestamped in the description on YouTube. And while you're there, kindly hit that HRT gear button. Come over here and get yourself some Horse Racing Today gear to support the show. All right, race number 1 is off and it's running. The 5-horse getting off to a very sluggish start in the opener there, Terry. So if you're back into 5 in race number 1, you're probably not too happy about it at this moment because the first-time starter let everybody else get off to a good start. The 1-horse, that one, Terry, on the lead, it looks like 1-2. So a big favorite there on that 1-horse. Behind it is the 3 horse, a long shot at 35 to 1. Doers yourself a favor. Outside of that horse is the 2 horse, Edge of the Blade. And then you got a little bit of a trip back to the 4. And then the 7, second time starter, really not getting off to a good start either. Maybe the folks at the track knew something. Although that 7 horse right now showing a lot of giddy up and go. It's going to try to get into that mix there. Terry, I don't know if he's going to be able to run down that 1 horse or not, but it sure looks, and he's running crazy wild, that 7 horse. The 2 horse, a long shot, might be able to take over that 2 and get your pick 4 off to a good start, Terry. I don't know that that's what's going to happen. I do think there's a good chance that the 5 was the best horse in the race today, Terry, and the 2 horse is going to win. And then the something, and then the 5. 5 horse spotted everybody a huge lead, folks. Keep an eye out for that. 2 horse winning at 8 to 1, Terry. Good start for you for your pick 4. I'm dead in the water, both that and on my trifecta box. Great way to start the week for Terry. Not so great for Rich. All right. Yeah. Let's go on to race number 3. What's the story here?
Okay. Well, as you can see in race number 3, it's at a mile, and it's an optional claiming race, $16,000 claiming price. Purse is $26,000, and it's for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward, which have started for $16,000 or less. And which never won 2 races, or claiming price $16,000, which never won 2 races, or claiming price $16,000 for 3-year-olds. I wonder why they say that twice all the time.
I guess the person has to justify their pay, right? You got to type,
yes.
Whoever that typist is. So optional claiming $16,000 at a mile, 1 trip around the track. There you go. They're going to go about like that, Terry. What you're looking for are horses with early speed, a third of which get to the lead and keep it. The rail, Mrs. Jones, our good friend, Private Ross 99. It's the only post position that gets dinged. Everybody else is kind of fair in there, Terry. So speed, particularly outside post position number 1, it's a good place to be. And you do find the speed outside post position number 1.
Yeah, it's the 2 with the 46%, and also the 6 has a 28%. So it'll probably be between those 2 who gets that quarter pole first.
Yeah, you see the 2 horse probably gets that jump, Terry. Has a 9.5 point early pace lead. Every 5 points equals approximately 1 length. But the biggest in-race advantage is this 4 horse. Look at that late speed edge, 18 points. That's a big. What is that? About 3.5 lengths, almost 4 lengths of late speed, and shouldn't be that far off the pace here, according to our early speed numbers. 2 horse does, though, have a 5-point total pace advantage over the rest. The 5 horse with a 5-point speed figure advantage, Terry. Oof, a lot of different ways you can go, especially in a field full of nose. What do you see here in the C zones?
Well, look at that 3. Wow, 77%. It's way above 50% threshold. Everybody else is below the 50% threshold. So the 3 should have a pretty comfortable go in this race.
Yeah, 3 could be up on the front there. You got 2 in the back, 2 in the middle. So a balanced race. In a wide open race where there's a lot of data pointing to a lot of horses, maybe the best thing to do is just pick the best jockey-trainer combination.
Yeah, you can see there that the best jockey is the 1 and the best trainer seem to be the 6, but I think the 1 is the best combination for this race.
Yes, it's also a part of the top total pace sources with the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4. A lot of ways you can go on this one, Terry. Everybody's a no. A lot of stats pointing at a lot of different horses. Which ones did you take?
I like the 6, Vicky Vell. She's finished in their money in 6 races out of her last 7 starts. She has a high percentage winning trainer. And then I like Miss Jones. She won her last race at Parx Racing. She has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then I like the 2, Bye Bye Jealousy Eye. She won her last race at Parx Racing. She has a high percentage winning trainer. And then the 5 is my long shot, won her last race at Parx Racing as well. Has the highest last race speed rating and likes the distance. No additional bets for me here.
Yeah, I'm going to start with the 1 horse. I agree with Private Ross. Mrs. Jones coming off the bench with the best series of works and best published works. So, of course, maybe you're going to have a fine-tuned effort today. Bye-bye, Jealous Eye, pace setter, top total pace of 5 points. Again, we see that here in our simulations and our smart sheets. Will the Wild, top last race speed figure, 5 points better than everybody else. I think regression is a real risk, but if it can run the same race or just regress just a touch, could win. So we can't ignore that last race speed figure effort. And then finally, Vicky Vale, the 6 horse, is your morning line favorite and your only class dropper in the money. 5 out of 6 races at Parx. The only time this horse ran at a mile, it also won. So plenty of reasons to like that one in what looks like an open race, Terry. Race number 4, maybe not so open. We'll see. But what's the situation with this one?
Well, as you can see, it's going to stretch out a little bit to 1 mile and 70 yards. And it's for the claiming rate price of $7,500, the purse of $24,000 for 3-year-olds and upward.
At $170, Terry, you're looking for horses. What you guessed, early speed, 31%. Take the lead at the quarter-mile marker and hold the lead at the $170-mile marker. Inside, better than outside. Do we have any Buffalo girls on the inside, Terry, that have the gas when the gates open?
Yeah, no, not really. It looks like the outside horses do. The 5 and the 6 show the most speed, especially that 5. So if the 5 gets a good break and then good decisions by the jockey, it's going to get that quarter pole first.
Yeah, and the early pace numbers confirm that. This is the 5-horse race that says, according to Stephen Fielder, in How to Win Handicapping Contest, you just take the longest shot on the board. That looks like Union Lights, and you forget about the rest. That's how you play contest. I don't know that's how you win money at the track, Terry. But everybody in this race does have a chance, or has at least come close to hitting par.
That's right. They all, as you can see, that 1, 5, and 6 have either equaled or exceeded the speed par number of 81 for this race. And then the 2 and the 4 became within 1 to 2 points, which is really close to doing that. And then today, it appears to me that the 1 and the 6 have a very good chance of doing either equaling or exceeding the speed par number for today's race.
Yeah, and if you look here too, you got 3 class droppers, a big one here with Dr. Bader. Union Lights, a pretty good track drop there. Class drop as well, down about 1.5 lengths. The 6 horse also scoring out 3-point speed figure advantage over everybody else. And your top total pace horse by more than a length. Terry, down here, we see a trip where a lot of everybody wants to be up front. You got a lone PC with that 1. Looks like he might get a good trip too.
That's right. The 1 shows an 89.9% chance of being very comfortable, but the 2 has a little bit better percentage, and then the 5 and 6 show a little bit too. So
yeah, maybe you just take that 1 horse. That 2 horse, long shot, top C zone. Stephen Fielder's 5th choice in a 5-horse race with a big class drop. It's not the way we did it, Terry. How did you do it?
Well, I like in this race, Dr. Bader, the 6th, finished in the money in 7 out of her last 8 starts, winning 3 of the starts, has the best start speed among today's starters. And then I like the 5. He won his last race, Parx Racing. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Then the 1, 3rd choice, ran 2nd versus similar in his last race. And the rail post winning at a 20% clip, and he has a high percentage winning trainer. Grand Daniel, the 4 is my long shot. He has won his last 2 races in a row and goes for a hat trick, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I'm going to play this 3rd pick 4. Miami Vice picked Don Johnson 1, 4, 5, 6 with the 3, 4, 5, 7 with the 1, 2, 7 with the 3, 4, a $48 ticket.
Yeah, I'm going to start with the all or not. Maybe that's the day will go like that for me. But you got Jamie Ness, you got Mikel Sanchez. You have a very strong workout since the last race. 4 furlongs in 47-2, giving that horse the good hay. Number 6, Dr. Bader, simulation favorite, top total pace of 5 points or length better than everybody else. And top last race speed figure, 3 points. Maybe that's going to be the Tom horse, low odds, 2nd place. Number 4, Grand Daniel. This guy came up from Florida, and since he's arrived at Parx, hit that track twice, and he's undefeated in 2. You don't know how good a horse at Parx is until he loses one. And then finally, Valentine, the 1 horse, is your morning line favorite. It is a strong rail, the lone PC, as we saw, versus nothing but E and EP types. And an excellent chance, according to C-Zone, to get a great trip. My pick 4, 4, 5, 6, so you can single a 1. 3, 4, 6, 7, 1, 7 with the 1, 3, 4, 5. I'm also going to put $12 to win on the 5 and a $1 Exacta box 4, 5, and 6. Race number 5 today, Terry. I feel like, again, anytime we do less than 10 races at Parx, I feel like we're stealing. This is the Keystone race in the Keystone States. What is the 5th race all about?
Well, it's another mile and 70 yards. It's a claiming race, $12,500 claiming price, purse $23,000 for 3-year-olds and upward, which have never won 3 races.
Yeah, again, at $170, you're looking for speed, particularly on the inside. Those are the type of horses with the best chance to win. So in the 5th race, Terry, are we blessed with any inside speed? But again, we find no, it's on the outside.
Yeah, as you can see that it's the 6 has the most speed, followed up by the 7. So they could go head to head that quarter pole. Just depends.
Yeah, once again, we see that the pace numbers tell us pretty much a similar story. See over here, Terry, that only 2 horses so far have managed to score a par race. Who are they?
Yeah, the 4 has done that, and also the 6 has done it. And then the 5 and the 7 got within 2 or 3 points of doing it. Today, it looks like the 4 is going to have the best shot of either equaling or exceeding the par plus speed number.
4 also looks like a pretty good overlay. Maybe some value in that bet, Terry.
Yeah, 6 to 5 to 4 to 1, and then you got the 7. It's 5 to 2 to 3 to 1. So there you go.
Fluff the pillow, yes. Couple class droppers there as well, but the biggest class dropper looks like Heat Alert, one of the 2 yes horses in there, Terry. But the biggest in-race advantage does belong to that simulation favorite, the 4 horse, Zoppy Fish Buy-In. It's a 1-length late speed edge over everybody else. Should be a part of the early pace. Not too far off of that, Terry. Also part of our top 4 total pace horses, but some other horses maybe to consider based on the jockey-trainer combinations.
Yeah, the 3 has the best jockey, and of course the 5 has the best trainer. But I think that that's kind of between the 3 of these horses. Actually, the 4, 5, and 7 are all pretty darn good combinations of jockey trainer.
Yeah, race 5, if you like the 4 and the 6, and race 6 to 1. We haven't got the race 6 yet. Our race shape tells us, Terry, most of these horses want to be middle back. Could favor some early speed in there. Maybe the 6 horse is the EP type. But the 1 horse, Terry, looks like it might find itself running a race much to its liking.
Yeah, it's very comfortable. Going to be very comfortable according to the percentage it's got there, 93%. And the closest to it is that 4 was 68%, and then the 7 follows that.
Yeah, you're looking at the C-zone. We basically take 1,000 races and compare it to the early pace and then look at that relative to their best performance. So maybe Liberty Runner at a long shot with only 1 point off from hitting the par speed figure already. Maybe a good long shot to put in your picks there, Terry. In race number 5, neither one of us put that long shot in.
No, I actually like the 7 as my top pick. Fluff the Pillow. You're in second versus similar in his last race, winning the previous race, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Then Zoppy Fish Buy-In, 4 has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer, has the highest speed figure at today's distance. His best start speed is fastest among today's starters. And then I like the 3, Nemo. He has finished in the money in 4 out of 6 starts at Parx Racing, winning 2 of the races, drops in class, and he has high percentage winning jockey Paco Lopez. And then the 5, Earl of Dassel. As my long shot switches to high percentage winning trainer, and his best start speed is close to the average winning speed. No additional bets for me here.
I'm going to start with the 6 horse here. Heat Alert. Let's see if that one can come back at a decent price. Heat Alert, one of 2 yes horses, should be the pace setter, your top total pace horse, and the biggest of all class droppers today. Number 4, Zoppy Fish Buy-In. I just love that name. Maybe I'll change that to my legal name someday. Simulation favorite with the biggest in-race edge of a little bit more than a length late speed, and the other yes horse along with Heat Alert. Number 7, Fluff the Pillow. Missed by a nose at this level last out, running faster fractions. And then finally, Nimbo, the 3 horse. Who's riding that one, Terry?
Oh, it's a Paco Lopez.
Yes, much better early pace and fractions last out. And Paco today, 8th to win on the 6, and then the 50-cent trifecta box, 3, 4, 6, and 7 for me. Now we will get to race number 6, Mr. Get Ahead of Things, Private Ross. The 6th race where Private Ross has already made his picks, Terry, notwithstanding any information. This one's just like the first 2.
Yeah, it's a 6 furlong race. Claiming race, $12,500 claiming price. Purse, $23,000 for fillies 3-year-olds or fillies and mares 4-year-olds and upwards, which have not won 2 races.
Yeah, maybe another one is that 5 horse. He went off the 18-1 in that opening race. If he didn't spot the field 12 lengths, I think he might have come home as a high-priced winner too, which would have been good for both of our pick fours. Anyway, 6 furlongs does favor some early speed in there, Terry. What we find is that roughly 35% win the race to the quarter-mile marker, and they win the race to the 3/4-mile marker. Inside 3 is best once again. So in the 6th race, Terry, and we've been looking for inside speed the last few races, haven't found any. Looks like we might get some here.
That's right. That 3 shows the most speed of all the horses, but everybody else is pretty darn close to it except for the 1. So, just anybody's guess, I think, is going to get that quarter pole first.
Yeah, it looks like this is an anybody's guess race. Nobody's hit par. A couple maybes in there. Maybe a few with a chance to do it today.
Yeah, you can take a look there. The 7 has the best chance, according to the data, followed up by that 1 and then the 4.
Yes, but really small chances. But 1 out of 4 chance for 59.50. Any overlays maybe to consider there, Terry?
Yeah, you can take a look at that 1. It's 5-2 to 6-1. The 2 is 4-1 to 6-1. And then if you go down to, that's about it, I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So looking for any improvement, the silver, well, that one's scratched, so we can take that one off, right? Silver Kitty, that one's not in the race today, so we can take that one out of our picks. Didn't have a chance to update the sheets, but nonetheless didn't make our picks. Other horses that showed improvement, the 2-horse Classic Mystery, a little bit better mid and late pace, better early fractions last time out. Love Like Crazy, better early pace, better fractions. This combination right here wins a lot, folks. So keep an eye out for that. It's about everybody moving up in class or staying still. Most of your horses middle back, so maybe speed is the way, Terry. That would be the 2 or the 4. Any of those likely to like that pace?
Yeah, that 2 is going to like it. It's going to be very comfortable, followed up by the 8 and then the 9.
Although the 2 is not showing up here, but does show up in our early pace numbers over there. It does also show up in our top total pace. This might be an all race, Terry. It is another pick 4. So how did you start this pick 4?
Yeah, I'd like the 1 New Diamond. She has a high percentage winning trainer and switches a high percentage winning jockey. The Rail Pole's winning 21% clip. Then I like the 7 59.50. She finished in the money in 4 races out of her last 6 starts, winning one of the starts and switches a high percentage winning trainer. Classic Mystery, the 2. Finished 3rd versus similar her last race, switches to a high percentage winning trainer. And then I like the 3 as my long shot. Should have been a cowgirl. She has a trainer who wins 25% of the races in the 2nd start with that trainer. And then I'm going to play the last pick 4, Miami Vice, 1, 2, 3, 7 with the 3, 4, with the 2, 3, 5, with the 2, 3, 4, 8, $48 ticket.
New Diamond getting the top call for me coming in from Gulfstream Park. That makes that one a track dropper. And our simulation favorite also gets Mikel Sanchez. I think that they call that in poker a tell. Number 7, 59.50, maybe horse, top par plus horse, and the top total pace horse. So we'll toss that one in there. Classic Mystery is our top C-zone horse. At a good price too there, Terry. If that one can get out on the lead, could be very dangerous. And then the 3 horses, we agree completely on this race. Should have been a cowgirl, baby. Tough call over to 5. But I feel like it has more upside in the 2nd start after a layoff. I didn't know, so I just went with the 1 and 7 to start my pick 4, Terry. That means either the 2 or 3 will win, then 1, 3, 4, 5, then 2, 3, 5, and then 2, 3, 7, and 8 to close out the last pick 4 of the day. Race 7, Terry, I think this one might be your best bet, but it could also be a head-to-head type in here today, Terry. A duel between you and I. What might we duel for?
Okay. Well, 6 furlongs is claiming race, $25,000 claiming price, $32,000 purse for 3-year-olds and upward, which have not won a race since April 14th. Claiming races for $16,000 or less are not considered, or which have never won 4 races.
So then to get that 5th win and perhaps settle a score between Terry and I on this Money Monday. Early speed, again, inside 3, that's where you want to be. 4 through 7 to get a discount. 8 and out, better than 4 through 7. Do we have any inside speed in the race of death today, Terry?
Yeah, not really. The speed's all on the outside, the 6 and the 5, although the 1 is pretty close to them. So it depends on which one of those 3 get out the best.
Yeah, the pace numbers in here tell us a lot of horses could compete for that start today, Terry. So with that being the case, which horses can compete for a par score today?
Well, it appears to me, if you look in the past, they've all 3 of them have gotten a yes, and then there's the other 3 else maybes. And they all have a really good chance today. The best numbers are the 3 and the 4, though, at 36%.
Our race shape here, Terry. Look at all this speed up front. You got a PC type in the 3, Wapones, but he's got a good chance to get a good trip, but somebody maybe a little better.
Yeah, the 2 shows a little bit better numbers than the 3, and then that's followed up by the 5.
A couple horses in here. The 1 horse showing better early speed and mid speed, better fractions last time. And again, mentioned a lot of times that's a winning angle. Dropping class being the lone class dropper. Lots of time that's a winning angle. Top last race speed figure, 8 points. A lot of times that's a winning angle in there too, Terry. Getting the right jockey trainer combination can be a winning angle too. Who are they?
Well, you can take a look there that the best jockey is the 5, best trainers the 4. But, they both have really good figures, so they both are pretty good trainer jockey combinations.
Yeah, it looks like they're just much better than the rest altogether. 1, 3, 4, and 5, they make up your top 4 total pace horses. Terry, who is your pick? Well, race number 6, race number 7, pick of the day.
Number 3, Guapanus, finished in the money in 8 races out of the last 9 starts. Very competitive horse and won 3 of those starts. Has a high percentage winning trainer. Final Shot, the 4 is my second choice, likes Parx Racing. Been in the money 54% of the time, winning 17% of the starts at Parx Racing. And the distance won't be a problem. Has been in the money 54% of the time, winning 26% of the races. And then the 5 is my third choice, has won 20% of his starts at Parx Racing, has highest last speed rating figure, and his best start speed is fast among today's starters. Got a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. A lot of boxes marked off. Number 2, Yo-Yo Candy. My long shot ran second versus similar his last race and likes the distance. I'm going to play 15 to win, 25 to place on number 3. And then I'm going to play a $15 exacta box 3-4, and then a $5 exacta box 3-4-5. That's it.
So our friend Private Ross says, forget the 1, forget the 3, go with the 4. Final shot. Well, I'm not sure if he wants the 1 or the 4 in there. So he's got the 1 and the 4. I have the 1 horse. Surmitoli. Top last race speed figure. Top total pace. Best published work at getting ready. Baracho. The 5 horse. Next for me, you got Jamie Ness. You got Mikel Sanchez. They are the Batman and Robin of Parx Racetrack. Winner of 10 of 22 at the distance, but at Parx, 10 times out, only 2 wins, nothing else. So it's going to be win or go home for Baracho. I think they should have put Paco on the horse. Paco on Baracho. I think that would be better. If not, Wapones, Terry's best bet in the money, 10 out of 11 starts at Parx. And the only small class dropper in there. And then finally, the 4 horse for me, there is our good friend Private Ross's pick. That one is your simulation favorite, your top par plus, and that's the one where Paco rides today with plenty of back class. $10 to win on the 1 for me, Terry, with a $5 exact key box 1 over the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5. I should probably throw the 6 in there, but I don't know if I have any money left. If I do, I'm going to add the 6. Why not, right? Yeah. All right. 2 races to go. I think we got enough time to do race number 8. We got 2 minutes, Terry, so I think we can do race 8 in 2 minutes, so let's see if we can get the job done.
All right. So in race 8, it's a mile claiming race, $40,000 claiming price per $35,000 for 3-year-olds and upward, which have not won a race since April 14th. Claiming races for $25,000 or less are not considered, or which have never won 4 races.
Yes, early speed wins 1 trip around the track. The rail gets a discount. 33% of the time they go wire to wire. If anybody is going to go wire to wire in race number 8, Terry, well, there's 3 options, but one looking like it's the best option.
That's right. The 3 is the best option, but followed up by the 2 and the 5.
Yes, the 3 also an early pace advantage of 7 points. So I think the 3 will be on the lead in there, Terry. They've all hit par. They all can do it again today. 3 class droppers. This horse right in here, the 5, just step on it, showing the most improvement last out. 2 on the front, 3 in the back. So that 3 horse, California Tiger, Terry, that's the left arrow horse. That left arrow horse, make your picks.
I like in this race to start with the 2, Mr. Bogan. Finished the money in his last 8 starts, winning 3 of the starts, winning his last start actually, and has a high percentage winning jockey. California Tiger, the 3, has high percentage winning trainer, switches high percentage winning jockey. Early speed running style helps the chances, so the shorter distance will be a help. The 5, just step it on. It is my 3rd choice, has a high percentage winning trainer, has the highest last speed rating, drops in class today. And then the 6 is my long shot. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, has the highest speed figure at today's distance, and his best start speed is fast among today's starters. No additional bets as I'm out of money.
That's also Private Ross's pick. And other folks, you got to have some picks. Let us know what you like today. Again, free track over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet Finger Lakes. Every pick that we like, you can find it there in the link in the description below. I'm going to go with California Tiger, Terry. He's coming in from California. You got Paco, you got Ness, you got Track Dropper, potential pace setter, early pace speed, 7 points, gets to the lead, never gives it up. Number 5, just step on it. All the race Eternals better last time out. Biggest class dropper and your top total pace horse. Number 2, Mr. Bogan in the money. 8 in a row. Has 2 wins and a 3rd at the distance and has a pretty good first up record like today. And then finally, Duke of Gloucester. I don't know how you pronounce that, but you got Jamie Ness. You got Mikel Sanchez. Ordinarily, that would go to the top of the list. Crazy fast workout. 4 furlongs at 46 and change last out. But at Parx so far, 3 races and hasn't hit the board into one of them. Maybe just likes to practice, like Allen Iverson. Practice? We talking about practice? No bets for me. Race number 2, Terry, it looks like they're just about ready to go. So let's rewind back to our picks with race number 2. Hopefully you can build on that 8-1 morning, 8-1 shot that won that first race. And then, of course, when the show is over, head on over to horseracingtoday.net. In just a few minutes, right there, you'll see a link and a picture for all the Parx picks today, our commentary, as well as our thoughts, a race replay where we will timestamp every single race in the description on YouTube, and then hit that HRT gear button right there. Come over here and get yourself a hat, a t-shirt, anything to support the show. Speaking of which, in the description on YouTube, there's also a link to a tip jar. So if you like what we do here, please hit us up there. We'd greatly appreciate it. All of that goes towards advancing the content that we put on the show. And I can tell you, I'm up late at night working with ChatGPT and Python, trying to put together a great script where we'll really enhance these smart sheets. Well, they're off and running. Nobody decided to stay in the gates this time in race number 2, although the 6 horse getting off to a little bit of a sluggish start in race number 2. The 2 horse right now is on the lead, Neudorf. You got looks like the 4 horse to its outside, which is the simulation favorite, and the 1 horse up in there. So the 3 front runners, according to Pace, are indeed the front runners. They went through an opening quarter in 22.41 seconds. Neudorf for the comfortable lead at 8-5, and then the 1 horse trying to get involved in there, Terry, at 5-2. The 4 horse kind of backing out of that mix a little bit as the 5 horse now gets engaged. Down around the bend they come. The 2 horse with a pretty comfortable lead. Looks like the 4 horse decided to take an outside trip for whatever reason and run up the track 6 lengths wide. I don't know if that's going to work out to its benefit. I think the 2 horse in here, Neudorf, Terry, going to go wire to wire. The 4 horse going to find its way perhaps into second behind the 5 horse, although the 5 horse continues to hold on. So 2 horse is your winner. Neudorf, the family name, Terry, coming home as our top pick. And as your winner, 2, 4, 5, and then I think the 5. That's the way it went in the race number 2. So both pick 4s alive there, Terry. Your pick 4 remains intact for the opening race, which leads us to the final race for today. Tomorrow we'll be back for Parx again. Wednesday and Thursday we will be doing Saratoga. And if you don't want to miss any of that, Terry, what's the smart thing you can do to make sure if you're watching, you're also winning?
Well, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's really easy to do. It doesn't cost anything. And hit the little bell. That'll notify you about all the different programs coming up. Go ahead and copy the link at the bottom and share with everybody you know so you can come and check us out. Then go to our social sites such as Facebook, TikTok, X, Blue Sky Threads Instagram at number 2 today. I'm sorry, horse race number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up and a like, and then keep the comments and picks coming over here during the show. We love to see it. Helps with our algorithms.
All right. Well, the last time today, Terry, we can help with some winning picks. That will help our algorithms too, because the more we win, the more people will come back. And the more you interact with us, whether you come back to watch a show, you comment, you share our content across your social sites, no matter what you do to interact, to boost our search engine scores, Terry. So hopefully we can pick a winner to motivate you to come back. So what are they running for in the final today?
Okay, we're going to finish up with the 6.5 furlongs. It's a claiming race, $5,000 claiming price, purse $18,000 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward, which have not won 2 races since January 14th.
Yes, and to get that second race at 6.5 furlong stalkers, but still a good 33% go wire to wire. Inside post positions are better than outside post, but once again, that doesn't show up with the speed, Terry. It's all on the outside again.
Yeah, take a look here. You can see that 7, 8 have a lot of speed compared to the rest of the field. So they should break and maybe go head-to-head to there.
Yeah, speaking of speed, this race is loaded with it, Terry. Everybody but the 6, your lone closer, wants to be middle up. So maybe the 6 horse, if it has a strong C-zone, might be one to consider. But guess what? It doesn't. Other horses do.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, the 7 shows the best numbers to be in the comfort zone, followed up by that 1 horse.
Yes, the 7 also your only class dropper, moving about 1.5 lengths down. It is a yes horse with the top par plus score. Terry, does it have a good jockey trainer combo?
Actually, a little bit shy there. Actually, the best one would be the 3, and that's the best jockey trainer combination that I see in this race.
Maybe in this open race, we look for some value. Anything that you see here?
Yeah, you can take a look and see that the 4 is 5-1 versus 12-1, and then the 8 has a small one at 9-2 to 5-1.
So maybe looking for some improvement. The maybe 4 is maiden last time. Better early speed, better fractions. You got some over here too with the 1 horse. Maybe this is one where you just go with the top total pace horses: 8, 3, 6, and 7. The 7 so far is showing the most upside according to our speed chart. 2 horses with the best average races, though. That's the red dot here are the 2 horse, Avatar Hero, and the 8 horse showing up again in Aaron's Enthusiasm. Terry, in what looks like an anything can happen race to me, what do you think will happen?
Well, I like the 3. Wait, don't tell me. Finished 3rd versus similar in her last race, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and switches to a high percentage winning jockey. And then Aaron's Enthusiasm, the 8, ran 2nd versus tougher in her last race. Her early speed running style helps her chances, so the shorter distance will be a plus, and she switches a high percentage winning jockey. I like the 2 as my 3rd choice. Won her last race, Parx Racing, has the highest last speed rating, and she switches a high percentage winning trainer. Classy Miss, the 4, is my long shot. She likes Parx Racing, been in the money 49% of the times here, winning 17% of those starts, and at today's distance, she's been in the money 50% of the time, winning 25% of the starts. No additional bets for me as I'm completely out of money.
Wait. Don't tell. I'm going to tell you that is my top choice there. You got Michael Pino, the trainer off the claim, wins at 27%. But, man, he has been smoking hot this year, winning at an amazing 38%. That's just like crazy good. Aaron's Enthusiasm, the 8 horse, as we have the same exact in there, Terry, top total pace. Paco Lopez. One lone time Paco rode on this horse. And decent workouts, getting ready for the spot today. Goldiness, the 7, next up on my list, Terry. Speed of the speed with the top par plus, top C zone, and 3rd up. And the only class dropper in here. Maybe that's the one to take. And then Avatar Hero, the 2 horse, another place where we agree, Terry, is our simulation favorite. Highly consistent performer. And as she gets the lead, look out. Probably won't get the lead, though. A little bit of a weight break, though, today would help if that horse did get to the front. No additional bets for me. Here are our full picks for today. Race number 1, the 2 horse one. I do think, though, the 5 horse is one that you should put on your horse to watch list. That first time starter spotted everybody a bunch of lengths, closed hard, but just ran out of gas at the end. 2 horse to comb the prize in race number 2. Here's the way we see the rest of the day. Terry, as for bets, race number 3, no wagers. Race number 4, I have a win bet on the 5 along with an exacta box for $1. Race number 6, we do have our late pick 4s. Race number 7, we do have a race where we're both competing against each other there. Terry, we'll see how that plays out. Nothing in race number 8 or race number 9. Again, we'll be back tomorrow for Parx, Wednesday and Thursday for Saratoga as they open up the week. It is a wagering guide week over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet, so make sure you head over there, get your picks today for free for Finger Lakes. Of course, we have every track covered over there, as we will all week long. Any final thoughts from you, Terry, before we part and get ready for terrific Terry Tuesday and Parx once again?
Yeah, just please pray for the people in Texas. They had another bad weekend, and it's just really terrible. So, and if you can give something, go ahead and do that. Help out any way you can. Other than that, have a great rest of the day. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, indeed. No matter what you're doing for the rest of this day, we certainly hope that it's filled with God's grace, God's favor, and every single thing that you do today, Terry, no matter what it is, ends up in
the winner's circle.
Yes, indeed. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for Parx. Until then, make it a blessed Monday.